Hey guys. Sorry, I lost my circle thing, and now I gotta remember where it is. Ruh-roh. Where the heck could it be? I thought I was ready, but apparently not. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Hello, hello, hello. Well. Hi. I misplaced my circle maker. I'll probably find it, and then it'll be somewhere stupid. Alright, I'm gonna give one more look, and then I'll use something else instead. Hey, you know, sometimes you just need a little bit of like a relax and a chill, you know? Oh, I found it. It slipped somewhere weird. Hey, Heather. All right, we're good. We are good now. Time to kind of like, I guess, find the center, sort of. I mean, it's going to be a rough guesstimate of the center. I just need it to be like straight, that's all. I don't know yet. I figured, it's gonna sound bad, but whatever, if anything doesn't sell by Father's Day, I will either do this or the giraffe. One of the two. I think I need to adjust this a little bit. Oh, I'm sure it'll look great. All right, I think that's a little better. I think that's a little better. Oh, good. So I decided to do the bearded dragon, like finish it last night, just because, you know, they weren't going to be on to watch it get finished today. So I figured I would just finish it last night. But here it is, all finished up. Yeah, it's because what, they eat shrimp or something, right? That's how they get their pink color. So I use a watercolor pencil, and I get it from Hobby Lobby, just like a white watercolor pencil, and it works out really, really well. Just need something to kind of steady it a little bit more. If you're noticing that your thing isn't spinning, it's because you're probably not pressing down on it level. Just so you know. So I usually grab something of like the same thickness, same height, just to level out this. Little trick, little tip. Aww. Probably want to go a little further outwards. I probably won't use all this line work either. Just drawing some lines just to have it. It is very cool. Very, very cool. All the shrimpies that they eat. I love flamingos. I think they're awesome. So how's everybody's Saturday going? You guys doing anything cool? Did you do anything today? Get your shopping, your errands done, all that good stuff. The circular tool, it's called like a helix circle maker, I think. If you look it up on Amazon, you can find it. I'm pretty sure I have it in my storefront. They also have them at Hobby Lobby, though, if you can find one, like if you get lucky and find one. But because they're like half the price at Hobby Lobby that they are on Amazon. So if you can find one on Amazon, or I mean at Hobby Lobby. Ha ha ha, so funny. There's snow in California? Wow. Helix circle maker, I think is what it's called. Something similar. It'll come up if you just search that, though. The Helix is the brand. Oh, well, I love carrots, so. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're welcome. Gotta do taxes today. Yuck. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. No fun. We don't like taxes, but you gotta do them. Yeah, no snow in PA. Seriously, it's just a little ridiculous, not gonna lie. I'm a little over it, actually. I think it's just a little silly. A similar color than that. All right. Try not to mix colors for this one, just so that, you know. Ooh, very nice. You gonna cover it in resin, or what are you gonna do for that? Ooh, that's maybe a little purple. I have like a pinky purple that might look cool with it. Like it's called Vivid Violet. We'll give that a little squirt. What do you think? Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I would probably do some type of resin over it if I were you. I've done, hold on. Let me reset my frickin' mouth. I did my own phone case before, like, I don't know, just the piece in the back popped out, but I still had that, like, clear spot, and so I just did UV resin and some, like, glitter on mine just as a quick fix because I didn't feel like buying a new phone case. And it lasted, like, so long. In fact, the only reason I don't have it anymore is because I got a new phone. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend doing UV resin over your paint just because I just feel like over time it's just going to chip, even if you use, like, a multi-surface or something. Kind of. Yeah, I really need to get like new, or I need to clean my paint caps real bad, so, you know. Ooh, what are you gonna buy? What's on your list? Speaking of, I don't know if they're on here. I can't tell who like uses my referral code. But is anybody on here that just placed their order to 24-hour crafts? Because I want to know what you got. Because I can see that you got a bunch of stuff. I just don't know what you got. And I'm curious. I want to know. So if you're on here, let your girl know what you got. I got the email. Nice, nice. You can get a few dotting tools like at the store. There's not that many. I'm just letting you know. You're not going to be able to find like full sets. You'll be able to find like sets of like 2 or 3 usually. And it'll definitely be good to get you started, but I have a feeling you're going to want to buy more eventually. So just saying, if you're looking for a bunch of them, you're not going to find them at the store. Unfortunately, most dotting tools, or a big variety of dotting tools, you gotta buy like online. But you might be able to find them at like Sally's, Sally Beauty, if you have one of those near you. I'm pretty sure they sell dotting tools. What about the paint containers? These are just like these plastic like paint plates, and I let my paint dry, and then once it dries, after a few days, you can just pop it out and you can reuse them instead of throwing them out. But they don't come with lids or anything, so like some people will like, when they're done with it, they'll like put like a wet paper towel over it and like put it in a plastic bag. It doesn't last like too long, but it'll like prolong. Oh no. It'll just like prolong the life of, you know, your paint for a couple days. I just stuck my whole finger in my paint. 'Tis fine. I am not that worried about it. The middle dot is, I can tell you in just a hot second. That one was this one, and that one is Carousel Pink. All right, let's try this shit again. Yeah, yep, that's exactly what they are. Nail art tools. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't watching where I was putting my hand, so now I gotta fix my mistakes. But that's okay. That is a-okay. Hello, hello. So I guess while we're waiting for this to dry really fast, I'll show you the paint colors that I'm using. So, this like darker pinky purpley kind of color is called Vivid Violet. These are all Deco Art Americanas besides this metallic one. So Vivid Violet. And then we're using Carousel Pink. Oh yeah. Next up is Bubblegum Pink, which is this color, Bubblegum Pink. And then the light pink is Poodle Skirt Pink. Oh, I gotta find it. I'll find it. It's somewhere. The bright pink is called Electric Pink. Then we have Cactus Flower for this one right here, which I think is really just like a flamingo color, honestly. And then we're using good old Folk Art Color Shift, the Orchid Flash. This is my favorite. Well, it's my favorite pink. I mean, they don't have many pinks, but that's like one of my top ones. One of my tops. So. This, the Flamingo is a 1/4 inch thick piece of laser cut wood. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, I've been really big on painting wooden pieces recently. And I really like these because they're nice and sturdy, nice and thick. They're not really that expensive at all, at least not the place that I get them. And yeah, they have a bunch of different shapes, a bunch of different animals and other things, like pretty much anything you can think of. They have thousands of different shapes. So yeah, I figured try out a flamingo. I've been wanting to buy a flamingo, but yeah, you can get them from 24hourcrafts.com. I have them linked in my bio with a little code attached so that you can take advantage of getting an extra 10% off your order. Their stuff's already on sale most of the time, which is really, really nice. It's usually like 30% off. And so then you add an extra 10% off with my code, so you're getting like 40% off. And free shipping after 35, and they process orders really, really quickly. They're called 24-hour crafts because I think their little slogan is like ships in 24 hours or it's free. Of course, like it, if you order on the weekends, then that's a little different. But on like the weekdays, they process your stuff like almost immediately. And so if you live in PA or anywhere close to PA, you'll probably get your order within a day or two. They're based in Pennsylvania, and so am I. So that's another reason why I like them, because I get my orders really, really fast. But yeah, big fan of them. Oh, I don't like where I put that dot. Don't like it. We're going to move it over just a little bit. In fact, I'm going to move this light pink one too. Just a little bit. Some days I start off super strong and I don't mess up the entire time. And then there are other days where I just mess up a handful of times. But, it's fine. So I'm just using a Posca paint pen. This is like kind of my little trick. Instead of having to like whip out a little paintbrush and some paint, just use a Posca paint pen. And it's a really good little hack. Unless you, like, if you're resining it. If you're not using resin to seal it, I would not recommend it, because the Posca paint pens will bleed usually, but yeah. Oh yeah, the reason that I don't do anything like slick or like shiny is because of the glare that it gives. Like, imagine like seeing this glare over the entire thing while I'm painting. It's just kind of a pain in the butt for me and for you guys, you know, it makes it hard to see. So yeah, I just I do a matte paint, and then it gets shiny when I do the resin, so I don't mind it too much. So I'm just kind of winging this design in the center just to kind of get it full before we move on to the first circles. Yeah, I think this one's gonna turn out pretty neat. So I used a watercolor pencil for my outlines. And so whenever this dries, I'll just take a damp Q-tip, and it wipes off all of my line work completely, and super fast and easy too. Way better than using like a chalk pencil, you know, or like a regular pencil. Nothing happens with the paint pens and resin. Nothing. But I found that if I try and use it, if I'm using like a spray varnish or like a paint-on varnish, like a brush, like one that you brush on with a paintbrush, I find that it causes the paint markers to smear. So I don't use that like little method of editing my work if I know that I'm not going to be using resin, but most of the time I do choose resin as my final like glossy top coat, and so I don't have to worry about the paint pen smearing under the resin coat. But everything else I've tried varnish wise has smeared, and I don't know why. I originally thought it might have been because of like, you know, the brand of paint pens that I was using. For a while, like I didn't have Posca paint pens. I would just get like, you know, whatever ones I could find, you know, at the store. And so I was thinking, well, maybe, you know, maybe I have the wrong kind, or maybe I have a cheap paint pen. But Posca markers are they're not inexpensive, and they still smear. So I just think that's just kind of how it is, unfortunately. Yeah, I used a regular pencil for a while. And I did not, it was hard to like erase in between the little lines, you know, or in between the dots. And so I just kind of, someone suggested it, and I went out and bought one to test it out, and it worked really, really well. So highly recommend. I usually just use like a popsicle stick or a silicone like brush tool to spread my resin around with. Nothing too crazy, nothing too, you know, but that's how I apply my resin. I actually just did like a little resin tutorial yesterday before I started my live, but we don't do those that often on here. But every once in a while I will, maybe like once a month type of thing. Yeah, it is hard. Yeah. So I just noticed that I was spending so much time trying to erase all my line work whenever I use like a regular pencil. Even if I had a good eraser, there were just some areas that the eraser just like wouldn't get between because of the dots, you know. It kind of raised up the surface a little bit, and I couldn't fully get my eraser in there. So yeah, I've been using a watercolor pencil for a few weeks now, and I'll never go back. I'll never go back. I bought mine from Hobby Lobby. I think that they sell them at like Michael's and stuff too. I frequent Hobby Lobby a lot because it has better prices for things that I use, honestly. Out of all of the craft stores, it has the best prices. Whether you like Hobby Lobby or not, you can't beat their prices. So until someone can get me a craft store that has the stuff and the prices that Hobby Lobby does, I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby. Hello, hello. I think I'm going to erase these. Be careful with it, but I'm going to try and erase these. And if I don't do it like perfectly, it's okay. Oh, well, that's what I was trying to avoid. Whatever, I can fix that later. I need to get those like pointy tipped Q-tips, but I keep forgetting to look for them whenever I go anywhere. But like the fuzz from these like gets in the way. So Hobby Lobby switches the weeks, that things are on sale. Their paints aren't usually on sale, but it's because their paints are like cheaper than like anywhere else. So like I think at Michael's, if you were to try and buy a bottle of Deco Art Americana like without a coupon, they're like $1.29 or like $1.39. Or no. One of them is that, and then the other store, like Michael's, is $1.59. It might be the other way around, but either way, they're like above $1. But at Hobby Lobby, they are 99 cents all the time. Every single day that you go. Doesn't matter what week it is, they're always 99 cents. So, they don't usually have like sales on their paint. But they have like sales that switch every other week with like other items in the store. Like I haven't been there this week, so I don't know like off the top of my head like what sale is what. But last week they had like their canvases and stuff on sale. So if you log on to hobbylobby.com, you will like be able to look at their weekly ad, I guess I think is what they call it. And it'll tell you. Is it just me? No, it's not just me. This whole thing's off center, isn't it? All the circles are all off center. That's annoying. I'm really annoyed right now because there's not much I can do, but that's all right. We're just gonna change up my entire plan for this. We're gonna wing it more than normal, and that's okay. That is a-okay. As long as I can get like at least one circle on there, I think I'll be all right. I'm good. I'm a little annoyed right now at myself, but you know, we'll deal. We'll survive. I've had worse things happen. I just wish I noticed that like before I started painting. That's all. I should probably just erase this line too. Yeah. Yeah, the jellyfish I was having a ton of problems with. I don't know I don't know what it was, but we'll figure it out. I mean, this just goes to show that it doesn't always have to go right at the beginning. You can struggle for a little bit and then pull it together at the end. So I'm just kind of teaching you guys, I guess, unintentionally teaching you guys not to stress the little things. I mean, because I never do, so. All right, now we gotta get creative. Gotta get creative to make some circles. This makes me nervous. All right, hold on. You guys are gonna have to like just watch my head for a sec, because what you guys see and versus like what I see is different, I think. So I thought that this would help because it's clear, but I am not sure. Ooh. Because I noticed that my circle, for some reason, compared to my center, was off center, and I'm not really sure how that happened, or like how I didn't notice that before I started painting, but it happened. Oh, we were close. We were close, but not close enough. I am resisting the urge to completely wipe everything off and start from the beginning, but like at the same time I'm like, well, is that gonna be easier? You want to see my nails? Sure. They are custom glitters from the glitter company that I am affiliated with. My thumbs and like my accent nail on this hand is a Mix It Up Monday. Like, I made this glitter. I chose like the mix-ins. And then this stuff is their like epoxy additive. All right. I apologize, you guys. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. So painful. So painful. But, you know, sometimes it's just what needs to happen. Where's my sandpaper? Yep. That's exactly what they're supposed to look like. That's exactly what it is. I named that mix Black Opal. So I'm just sanding it down because some of this paint already started to dry. Sorry, I know this probably like is like nails on a chalkboard, but well, so basically I decided that it would just probably be easier if I just started over, like completely, and really got the circles in the center like perfect. So that's what I'm doing. It's a little teaching moment for you guys. Oh, that's a lot of paint. A little teaching moment for you guys. Kind of show you how to fix stuff. Thanks. Well, if you're a glitter person, like a glitter user, may I recommend hopping onto their Mix It Up Monday lives, although they're not having one next Monday, but they have one usually every Monday. And you can mix your own glitters. And I can give you my glitter combination. You don't have to, but I'm just saying. If you want that glitter, it's a completely custom mix by yours truly. So you'd need the recipe. You know, usually I am pretty decent at ignoring it and just like finding a work around it. Because I'm real big on like not stressing the little things, but sometimes it really gets to me. So all right, I'm just gonna touch it up, and then wash my paintbrush. I shall be right back. Some days just, you know, they're just like that, you know. I feel like the weekends are when it really, when I really start to like mess up. But yeah, so to you guys, it looks like there's a lot of shit on top of it. To me, it's really not that bad, so I'm gonna leave it. But we're just gonna let this dry for a little bit. I did a thin coat of black just so that it will dry quickly and I can paint over it relatively soon. But yeah, so like when you mess up, I mean, you don't always have to sand it down and start over. Sometimes you can wipe it off, but I got far enough where the paint started to dry and that I couldn't just wipe it off, because you could still like probably like feel some bumps, and the bumps would like influence how the dots around it would be, you know. So most of that's just like sparkly, by the way. But yeah, so I just decided to completely start over. I don't usually do that. I really hate doing that, especially live. I really don't like it, but you know, it's a good teaching moment. So I erased with a wet Q-tip. I used a watercolor pencil, and watercolor pencils are awesome because they just erase with a wet Q-tip or some water, whatever you want. So yeah. And then I just painted over it black. I'm gonna raise you guys up so I can like really look down on this a little bit better. So hold on. I try. Ignore my head, I'm sorry. Okay. So in response to that question, like even more so, because I just had to kind of process it a little bit more. So when I first started out, I'm completely self-taught. And so personally, I just didn't ask for help. You know, I just kind of struggled. And I mean, I had some people that I could have like reached out to, you know. It's not that I didn't. I don't really like asking for help. I don't know, I'm just weird like that. So I figured a lot of things out on my own. Sorry, that was my pencil sharpener. I figured a lot of things out on my own and learned the hard way with a lot of things. And, you know, spent a long time just finding the things that worked for me, things that didn't work for me, blah, blah, blah. So now that I kind of, for the most part, have a decent system, I mean, there's still things that I don't know. There's things that I'll do and I'll, you know, mess up on and blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, I've kind of figured out some good tips and tricks that'll help. And a lot of the stuff that you guys will see if you watch my lives, mostly in my lives, because I don't really do many talking videos, but my big thing, like my big takeaway from like my lives and things like that is I don't want people to be scared of like trying to start art or just whatever in general, you know? It can be a little just scary at times, like I know. And you might take forever to just like finally like put your paintbrush down, you know, or not paintbrush, but you get what I mean. So I just want to make sure that people can see that even if, you know, I have 100,000 followers, which means nothing, by the way. That doesn't really, followers, I mean, I like you guys a lot, but followers are just a number. What really matters is like the type of community that I have and the community that I'm building. And I want you guys to know, like, it's okay to mess up, you know? I haven't even been painting for 2 years yet, and I may be decent at it, but I still mess up all the time. So, thanks. So I am painting this flamingo with dot art. So basically, with just a bunch of dots. What is that noise outside? I don't know. Hopefully it stops. But let me just show you guys. So we're going for something like this on a flamingo with pinks. So, I mean, I have a bunch of different ones, but we're going for something like that. So that's why it's really important to get the circle and stuff even, because it'll throw off the whole design. And I didn't want to start over, but I had to. Okay. This is my least favorite part, as you guys who watch me frequently, you know. Thank you. Yeah, my paint brand of choice is Deco Art Americana. I'll use like folk art sometimes for my specialty paints, like my glitter paints or my metallic paints, but the regular acrylic paints are always Deco Art Americana. So like your matte, these dry matte, there's nothing special about them. These ones are Deco Art Americana. I do sell them, yes. My website, I moved my business card. It's linked in my bio, but here's my website, jgrons.art.com. And I post pretty much everything that I make for sale. Yeah, pretty much everything, so. I do more than just this though, but I've been kind of hooked on doing these animals recently. I do all kinds of stuff with dot art, functional art, you know, like keychains, things that you can use, things that you don't have to hang up all the time, right? So like keychains and jewelry and badge reels and phone grips and stickers and, you know, everything. So, but I've been really hooked on these like larger pieces. Actually, before I hopped on live, I was getting some dog tags done and some cat tags and some badge reels and things like that. So like, I don't know if Heather's still on here, but I did a cat tag for her cat. And then I'm trying out some new, these are metal. So I'm trying these out. So I made some for my fur siblings, my parents' dogs, my fur brother and sister, Ella and Freddie, so that they can test these out, a little wear test before I like officially bring them to the market. But yeah, how can you buy one? Just go to that website or click the link in my bio and it'll take you to that website and you'll get to see all my pretty things. Yeah, I use, resin. I use a 1-to-1 resin from Resin Rockers. That's my favorite brand of resin. I just love them. I think they're great and wonderful. I use UV resin for my smaller things, but for these paintings, I don't use UV resin. I use regular like 2-part 1-to-1 resin. And usually it takes about 2 coats, sometimes 3 depending, but usually 2 coats. if I get it done in one coat, I feel like the luckiest person ever. Because usually, you know, some of the dots are a little, they stick out, they poke out, so I'll have to do a second coat. But every once in a while I'll get lucky and only have to do one coat, but not very often. Well, you know, you can have them as keychains too. Just saying. But yeah, so I have a ton of things, not just these larger paintings, but man, these have been so freaking fun recently. So yeah, it's just kind of been my thing basically since January, the beginning of the year. I've really been focusing on these big pieces, and I've been doing like the small stuff, you know, on the side, but most of the time when we go live, I'm usually painting one of these. So, I don't have any custom orders anymore. I just finished my last one up yesterday. So I am free painting today, and so that means I just get to create something new. Something new that I can eventually post to my website. Yeah, I also have Resin Rockers linked in my bio because I do have a little discount code for them as well. It's just attached to a link, so I can't like give you a code. But if you go through my bio and scroll down to where I have the Resin Rockers stuff, I think it gives you like 5% off, which isn't much, but it's better than nothing. And so yeah, just a little referral code. Oops. Well, if it's upside down, that's not going to help. All right, I'm feeling a little bit more confident about this one. It might be like the very slightest bit off, but not enough to ruin the piece. So I'm gonna keep going. Gonna keep going. Ooh, fun. What are you quilling? What you making? Hi. Did you get a present? Did you finally figure it out, Marina? Very nice. When is it? Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry. Oh, wait, I can look. I'm on my computer. One sec. Aww. Those are cute. What did you wind up buying? Yeah, it's a flamingo. I'm just realizing now I didn't share out my live like I usually do. So if you regular viewers who are in here are noticing that there are certain people who are not in here, if you could do me a favor and shoot out an invite to them, that would be awesome. Yes, actually, I actually just finished one. It actually needs to get packed out and sent out to the owner. But so why can't I talk today? So this was a custom color scheme chosen by the buyer. So not a color scheme that I would have chosen for it, but I assume her favorite colors are pink and green. I would have done more of a traditional color scheme, but yeah. This one got glitter because it had a cutout face. So I just decided to do a glitter background. But here's my little sloth. I think it's supposed to go like this. I don't know. Or maybe like this. Who knows? But yeah, I actually just did a sloth. Well, I highly recommend. It is very relaxing. It does take a little bit of practice though, so it might not feel so relaxing right away, but eventually it does get super relaxing. So. Like, why is this? There we go. Ooh, nice. 8. Most of my paintings are 8 inches. It's a nice fair size for all of them. And helps me keep my pricing like pretty similar to the others. So I use a couple things to do my circles. So I'll use a ruler to, you know, do some perpendicular lines, right? To get a center. And then I have this thing, it's called a Helix Circle Maker or something. It's definitely Helix brand. I think it's like, if you search like Helix Circle Maker. So I'll line up where they intersect here. And then I'll take a watercolor pencil. It's going to be hard to show you without putting it down, but this spins. So I'll just kind of move my watercolor pencil like up these little dots. And as long as I keep it centered on my piece, it'll get me the circles. So that's what I use. And then if I were ever to do something larger, I have this thing. So this part spins. So you got to like, I just stick my nail in it, but this will spin around it. So you can get like, I think up to like a 12-inch circle, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so I'll use this if I ever need to do bigger circles. But you can get them on Amazon. The first one that I showed you, you can find at Hobby Lobby if you're lucky. They do sell them at Hobby Lobby, but sometimes they're hard to find. It's cheaper at Hobby Lobby, so if you're able to find it, I recommend buying it from them. But if you can't find it, you can find them on Amazon. And I'm pretty sure I have it linked in my storefront. I have a lot of helpful like tools and things linked in my storefront. Thank you, thank you. I'm all about like the sparkles. Can you tell that I like opal? And my birthday's in June, so I'm not an opal birthstone person. I just really, really like opal. Oh no, you didn't miss it. I decided to paint it without you guys because the person wasn't going to be here to watch it anyways. And so I was watching like Fast and the Furious last night on TV. And so I just finished it up while I was painting. So it needs a resin layer, but I did some like sparkles on like the claws and like the spikes and stuff. And use some metallic paints as well to kind of get some movement and some color. But yeah. There it is. So tonight I'll try and do the resin coat tonight, or maybe tomorrow. I have a couple things that I have to do a second layer of resin on tonight. Meant to do it earlier, but I got busy. Just never got to it. So the stuff that we resined yesterday, all of it needs a second coat like I assumed it would. So I'll have to do that tonight. Yeah, I make my pattern up kind of as I go along. They're all similar to each other. I'll just change, you know, a few things here and there, but they're all very similar. Thanks. I mixed my glitter on my nail. Well, some of it. Some of it, this is a custom that I mixed. And then these ones are, it's an epoxy additive that I got from my girl at Down Glitter Holler. I'm affiliated with her. It's a glitter company here on TikTok. But she just released something called, or she restocked she did a soft release a couple weeks ago, but she just restocked something called whatchamacallit, which is an epoxy additive. So it's like a lot of fine glitters all mixed together. And so I was making a promo video for her to show that, you know, you can use it on, oh, that wasn't fun. You can use it on everything. I don't do my own nails, no. I get my nails done, but I have a really cool nail tech, and she lets me mix my own glitter and make like acrylic glitter mixes that she'll put on my nails. So I like to play around with my glitter because I have quite a lot. I have quite a collection, and come up with like my dream nails. So this is the most recent set, and I'm loving it. Next time I get them done, I think I'm gonna do it all the opal. The black opal is what I'm calling it. June 13th is my birthday. So Lisa, I have one of those like folding like TV dinner stand table things. I got it from Walmart. Actually, it's this. That thing. That's what I use to paint. I just move it to my couch. I don't. I order different shapes as they're ordered. So like that would be considered like a custom. Sometimes I'll like choose to do different shapes and I'll buy some on my own, but for the most part, I don't order specific shapes like that unless someone like orders it. So like what I do is like message back and forth on like Instagram or somewhere where like I can send you pictures of different cutouts, for example, and then you can like choose the one that you like. And then I'll make a listing for you on my website. And then once you purchase it, I will go and place an order for the wooden blank and then start on it when it comes in. Most of the time, my blanks come in within a couple days. So it's not, you know, a long turnaround time or anything like that. It's usually about a week to 2 weeks, like for me, from like start to finish, if I have to order the shape specifically. So I can get a boxer. I just don't have any. Oh, we're almost birthday twins. Almost. Yes. I just finished a butterfly. I gotta stretch, you guys. I've been sitting since like 10 o'clock today, so. I just finished a butterfly. It needs one more coat of resin. This is all cured. I just need a second coat. But here is my butterfly. As you can see, like there's a couple dots poking out, so one more coat of resin and it'll be done. But we have, trying not to let the glare hit, but you can see that there's a couple like color shifting paints on here just to kind of make it like super fun and pretty. Some like glitter dots too, but trying not to let the glare mess it up too much. But this is my butterfly. Nope, you can pick the colors or I can pick the colors. It doesn't matter. This is a custom like pet portrait, which I don't like really, I mean, I do them kind of, but not really. Like I don't really advertise that I do them because it's still a new thing for me. This one needs another coat. You can see at its ears. So this one is a custom that I've been working on. And then we have a paw print, which was close to not needing a second coat, but on the edges it needs a second coat. So there's the paw print. So those are my most recent paintings. The paw print will be uploaded to my website and the butterfly will be uploaded to my website by the end of this weekend. Otherwise, if anybody is ever interested in like a custom painting or like a specific shape and color scheme or whatever, just shoot me a message on Instagram or through my website, just somewhere where I can like exchange like a picture with you. And then once a picture is decided on, I will upload a listing to my website for purchase. But besides that, if you're interested in anything that's already done, you can just purchase it right from my website. So I use resin rockers. Resin for all of my resin needs, whether it be UV or like regular resin like I use for my paintings. It's a 1-to-1 resin, like a 2-part resin, 1 part A, 1 part B, equal parts. And then, you know, you mix it together and it cures. But I love resin rockers. It's my favorite. It's just so beautiful and clear, crystal clear, like low bubbles. Really like easy to use. I almost want to say like beginner friendly, you know. I feel like some resins are super like temperamental, but theirs is not. So I love their resin. So those I believe are like paint pour. They're like, it's what people use when they do like that paint pour art, you know, the spill paint pour. I don't really know what it's called. But it basically just like holds your piece up. And so like if something like paint or resin for my case drips off, it's not going to collect underneath. And I like them, but they're not my favorite thing in the world because you have to find like the perfect balance point on them. And, you know, I much rather like use a silicone mat, like a doming mat. But I only have one at the moment, so I'm waiting for one to come in the mail. And so because I had to resin a couple pieces at the same time, I had to use those little like triangles. But I got them off Amazon. I think I got like, I don't know, 30 or 40 in a pack. But you just kind of arrange them and then it sits on the points. So I usually do like 3 or 4 or more. And it's a pretty even surface. I think the surface matters more so with the fact that I put them in those plastic containers. And so if the plastic containers aren't like totally even or they have like ridges on the bottom, that'll influence the way those little paint stands like stand. And so, yeah, I don't like them too much, but that's just probably like a me thing. Let me see. I don't remember what I called them. I think like paint pour stands, maybe. Let me look. Let me take a quick little search on Amazon and I can let you know. Paint pour stands. I don't know. Yeah, if you just look up paint pour, painting stands, painting cones, you'll get all kinds of listings, but there's a ton of them. I'm sure you'll be able to find what you need. Sorry, I'm looking for a tool. I'm looking for a specific tool. Well, I dropped that one, so I guess we're not using that one. I can see that. Yeah, there's a ton of different like similar styles to that. But that's not what this is. That's not where this one comes from. Well, mine really doesn't come from anywhere besides my head. But yeah, there's a ton of different like cultures and just like art styles that are similar. I can definitely see that for sure. I actually like don't do like the skulls and stuff because like 2 years ago I painted one just because I thought it was pretty and wanted, you know, the art looked good with it. And I got a lot of hate for it, so I'm trying to be really careful with what I paint, just, you know, because you can be disrespectful with, like, out trying to be, you know, without meaning to be, I guess. But I can definitely see where you get that. So if any of you guys are wondering why I've never done skulls before, really, or why I don't paint them around Halloween time. That's why. But I use this art as a form of like meditation. I just did not know how positive this would be for me, physically, mentally, kind of almost spiritually almost. But yeah, so it's just, I really enjoy how it just makes me like completely like slow down. And it's just really relaxing, and it's done a lot of good things for like anxiety and stress relief and things like that. And, you know, at the end of the day, I come out with a really pretty piece. And so that's like, you know, really satisfying as well. But yeah, this was pretty healing for me at a time that I like didn't know I needed it. I've done a unicorn, but not like in this like mandala looking style, but I can. I just have to find a good shape. Maybe, you know, give it some time and I'll get enough orders in the next, you know, couple years where I can say yes if someone asks me if I did something. Sometimes like there are some things I've done, but I've only been painting the animals since like the new year. This was like my thing, you know, and I've kind of been doing it ever since then. So I haven't had that much practice, and well, I've had a bunch of practice, but I haven't done that many things. But yeah, the unicorn, I never sold it. I don't even think it's for sale, because it's one of those pieces that it's not perfect, and I just never felt like it was something that I could post. I gotta find it for you. It's pretty, it's just, you know, there's something about it that made me go, meh. It's just dot art. It's just dot art on a flamingo, that's all. Thanks. So like here's my unicorn. I'll show it to you, and I'll like show you why I have never put it up for sale. So it was because of something that I didn't notice had happened before I put the resin coat on, so I was kind of like, damn it. You can see that some of these dots, I don't know what happened, but it's like they cracked, and there's nothing I can do because there's resin on top of it, so it is what it is. And then the other thing that bothers me is that the resin leaked through the eyelashes, and I can't get it off, so like it's just gonna be like resin right there. So it looks pretty from afar, but there are quite a bit of flaws. I did this sometime last year, so but the dots were fun to do, especially these like tie-dye looking dots. But yeah, so this one kind of just hangs out with me. Yeah, it really stinks though whenever, you know, I spend like all this time and like, you know, supplies on it, and then at the end of the day it's just one of those things that, you know, wound up kind of being a waste of my time. I mean, I learned what kind of shapes that I probably should stay away from if I'm using resin. If I'm not using resin, then it doesn't really matter, but, you know, yeah. It had potential. Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, that one is like a pretty new piece compared to like you know, my firsts. I mean, I still did it a while ago, but probably like, I don't know, about a year ago, maybe a little longer than that. But yeah, I mean, my first pieces are nothing like they are now, you know. Definitely not good first tries, that's for sure. But I stuck with it and I practiced and, you know, got to a point where I felt like decent with the art that I was putting out, and that's all. It's very similar. The technique is, I mean, like, you know, the movement is pretty similar, except it's just paint. So, like, you know, with the diamonds, you can kind of push them around, move them around if you need to, but once you put the dot down on this, that's pretty much it, unfortunately. Thanks. Yeah, I've thought about it. I don't always like, you know, putting up like oopsie kind of things. Like, I'll do it every once in a while, but I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. If you're gonna spend money on art, on my art, I like don't want it to be, you know, really messed up with like super obvious flaws. I mean, it's handmade, so like with every little piece there might be a little something here and there, but with pieces that like have a ton of noticeable issues, I don't like putting them up even for like a discount, because I just feel like that's dirty. Good morning, good morning. Well, I guess good afternoon for me, but Toby is, I just heard him. I don't know where he is. He's probably doing his thing. I mean, I think I just heard him. I don't think he's sleeping. Oh yeah, he's climbing on the counter. Mr. Kitty, what doing? What you doing, weirdo? Yeah, I actually just did a butterfly. It'll be posted this weekend on my website. It's currently, it needs one more coat of epoxy, so it's not 100% done yet, but it's like done being painted. Oh. Well, I guess you needed it, huh? Your body just needed the sleep. At least it's Saturday, you know. Yeah, he'll be here. He'll be here shortly, I'm sure. To you know, sing you the song. That's annoying. I'll have to wipe that one off. To sing you the song of his peoples. I'm sure he'll be here soon. There was a paint booger in this, and I tried to save it, and I just I made it worse. So we're gonna scrape it off. Start over. Hey, what's going on? Girl, I've been freaking slacking on, like, being on people's lives. I hope you know that I don't, like, intentionally, like, not come into your lives. I pretty much don't go into anyone's lives right now. I've just been busy, and when I'm not painting, I just don't feel like being on my phone, you know? But I'm good. I am good. Hopefully you're doing well. I saw that you opened up your shop recently again. How did that go? Were there a lot of excited people? Yeah, even though I messed up a ton, we would be so much further along. Dude, I looked at this today and was like, I feel like I'm going to finish this before the live ends at 5 o'clock. But the way that it's been going, I don't think I will. I don't think that I will. Good. I'm glad. All right. Mr. Kitty. Hold on. Hey. What doing? Can you leave my stuff alone, please? It's not for you. It's for me. knocking things off the counter. Hey, silly boy. Mr. Silly Boy. You're not allowed on my lap because my phone's plugged in and you're going to chew on my cord, so. Oh, Jesus. Toby! Yeah, I hope you poked yourself. I hope you poked yourself. Oh. Does anybody else have a cat who's just like the sweetest thing ever, but also just a total troublemaker? Because that's my cat. He's awake from his nap and he's causing all sort of chaos. I'm gonna start naming you Professor Chaos. Yeah, pretty much. So these are dotting tools, nail dotting tools, dot art tools, ballpoint dotting tools. That's what these ones are. And they're just little, like acrylic pen looking things with these metal tips with like little ball points. And they change sizes. This is the largest one. So I think this is like a 3mm point or ball. And then for anything larger than this, I have acrylic rods, which are like dowels. And there's like 8 different sizes and they go from like small to big, and I can make like these like big dots here and bigger than those pink dots, and it's all wonderful. Professor Chaos. Oh my God. Yes. I think that I should tell Scott about that tonight. I think he'll get the hint of where I got that name from. But all right, 1 second. I need to count in my head. I'm going to put a little dot here though, but gotta count. $35. All right, coolio. So basically what I was just doing there, you guys, is I was counting the spaces in between these circles, so that I could do some math in my head and kind of figure out how many circles I'm gonna start doing like petals on the mandala. So I wanted to make sure that it was like an evenly divisible kind of number, so that it all was like evened up. So I was just counting, and there were 35. So I think I'm gonna like do every 5. I'm gonna do a petal. So that's what I was doing. It doesn't always work out that easily and that quickly. I was super lucky. I was actually really surprised that I didn't really have to do much thinking, but and my cat's in his litter box, so please ignore him if you can. Pretty much every live, he'll make an appearance and, you know, go in his litter box and be loud and annoying. Thought he was done. He's not. So the subscription, I feel like, hasn't really been appropriately rolled out on TikTok. And honestly, to be completely honest, I think that most people just do it as a sign of support. I want to do something special with my subscription, but at the same time, I feel like it's just unfair to do like things that like people pay. I don't know how much it is, like $5 or something. I can't control it. That's just, I think, what TikTok sets it at. I think everybody like who subscribes, I think, pays like $5 a month or something. And I mean, I get part of it, but I think I only get like $1 or $2 out of the $5. So it's not really anything that helps me too much. But some creators on here, like the bigger creators, they'll like do special lives where they'll like turn off the comments, and the only people who can comment are the people that subscribe. You can set goals, and like my first one was like my first 5 subscribers, they all get a free Christmas ornament, like things like that. But yeah, I don't think it's really that wonderful. So like that's why I don't push it, because to me, like, it's just, I feel like I could do other things like on my own that make it a little bit more worth it, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not like you have to be subscribed. Like, at least for me, there's really not much to it. You get some cool emojis, something like that. So, nope. If you send me a rose, like, I don't get like anything. Someone like, so it's it's so ridiculous. They take at least half of what you spend to give to the creators. I think it's actually more than half. So like, someone has to send me like, I don't know, 100 diamonds, and I'll get like 1 cent or something. It's silly. So, you know, giving gifts to creators on here, if they're not like large creators that are just getting gifts out the ass, it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's nice. For me, basically, any of the gifts that I get put into like a little pot, and then I don't like turn them in for money. I'll just like I'll just like use the fund that I get, you know, I'll let it build up, and I'll turn it into gifts and give it to someone else, you know, and show support on someone else's live. But honestly, no, it really doesn't help. Like, to me, which nobody in here feel inclined, but this is what I do, and I know that some other creators like might do it too. They'll put like their Cash App or something in their bio, and like for me, it's just buy me a coffee, because I drink Starbucks every day. Now I don't need anyone to buy me a coffee by any means, but if you're gonna support a creator, that would probably be a better way to do it. Like, check their links and see if they have, you know, like a Cash App or a Venmo or something in there. Or, you know, just, you don't even have to send anyone any money. You can just simply like and share and comment on their videos anytime you see them, and help boost their videos. You know, there's tons of ways that you can help creators without having to spend a dime. You know, nobody has to buy anything from me or for me to show support. Just you guys just being in my lives are super helpful. Sending all those likes, trying to get me onto the For You page, commenting on my videos, sharing my videos, all that kind of stuff. All of that is more helpful than, you know, some roses and things like that. Which I hate saying that, because I feel like that makes me sound a little like snobbish, but at the same time, like, no, that doesn't really help us, and you guys are wasting your money buying the gifts. Watch me get bananaed. Just watch. I've never seen a live that's done that before, ever. But yeah, I think it's rude, because, I mean, I have, 7 subscribers, I think. And again, like, that was just, you know, from the support of those people, and I take no offense whenever I lose any. I think I had 11 at one point, but I'm pretty sure that the people that are no longer subscribed or whatever, like, got the idea that it doesn't really do anything. For me, I'm not going to change my lives for people who pay, you know, for people who pay for it. I think that's just silly. Oh, no, don't apologize. I think it's important people don't know that. But, I mean, I was just kind of joking. Nothing will probably happen, but I was just kind of joking about it. But yeah, so, I think it's rude. I don't want to, make anybody feel left out because they didn't pay $5 to be a subscriber. Like, I don't know. I just think that's silly. I would never do that. But yeah, that was kind of my mindset too. I think it's rude. I am working on my YouTube. YouTube is difficult for me, but I'm working on my YouTube. I'm also working on Instagram, but it's hard as hell to grow on Instagram. It's really freaking hard. And I also have a little Facebook group as well, but again, that's kind of more a community thing. I like to see your guys' art and like your posts and things like that. So that's kind of what my Facebook is for. But yeah, definitely trying to build some other platforms. TikTok for me is my most successful platform by far. So that's why I'm on here a lot still, because this is like my main thing, but I am like working on growing some other things. Aw, thanks. My rings. Sorry, I'm catching up on comments. This was a gift for Christmas, so I'm not really sure where that one came from. Most of the rings, I can't remember where I get most of my rings off eBay, which sounds a little sketchy, but I've been buying my rings off eBay since I was in middle school and high school. So, I have like 2 places that I buy from, but most of the stuff is from one place, and it is called, Extreme, no EX, just Extreme Gems 2010 on eBay. They've been around for years and years and years, and there's tons of different rings on there. They're sterling silver, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about like your fingers tarnishing. And they're pretty inexpensive. A lot of the ones you have to bid on, but some you can find as like a buy it now option. But they don't just have opal rings. They have other stones and stuff too, but I'm an opal person, so I only wear opal rings. But yeah, so thank you. Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want. It's linked in my bio. Basically, my YouTube at the moment is live replays. So like, I need to catch up on my last week or so of lives, but I try and download all my lives on here and post them to YouTube so that if you guys miss a live for some reason or another and you wanted to watch it, you can still watch it on your own time. I'm also trying to do I want to do a little bit more tutorial stuff as well. So longer videos that aren't just 3 minutes here on TikTok. So eventually I'll get to that. Who knows? I was going to do a resin tutorial video on my YouTube today, but time kind of got away from me and I never got to do it. But yeah, so there's going to be tutorials and things like that on my YouTube, but a lot of similar things that you'll see from here because I'm just kind of transferring videos and things at the moment. Eventually I'm going to try and do some little classes. Those are still kind of in the works, and I'll do a couple practice classes first before, I actually set up a legit class. So, there will be a couple free classes in exchange for, just giving me your feedback and letting me know what I did well, what you guys think I should do, and, things like that. But that's still kind of in the plans, in the works. But yeah, we just kind of hang out on here, have fun, we paint. I paint. Some people do their crafts while they watch, and that's kind of the life here on TikTok in the jgrons.art world. So I'm happy you guys are here. You guys definitely keep me company, that's for sure. Oh, thanks. Thank you, thank you. Today I went to Dollar Tree, and there's going to be a video coming up in the next couple weeks that isn't my normal content, but you guys will notice that I'll post random things that aren't dot art related just for funsies. So last year I love Peeps. I'm obsessed with Peeps, and I did a taste test of all like some of the weird Peep things that I found, and I'm going to do it again this year. So don't be surprised if you see me eating some food on my channel and reviewing some Peeps flavored things, because I got some more stuff at the dollar store today. So, but yeah, send me a message on Messenger, Instagram, wherever. Yeah. Hi, Anya. What's going on? A short time is better than no time at all. I'm glad to see ya. I hope you're having a good day. I love Peeps. Peeps, I'm obsessed with Peeps. At the beginning of March, I'm gonna decorate for Easter because I just skip right past St. Patrick's Day. I don't give a fuck about it. Sorry, that was a bad word, but I really don't care about St. Patrick's Day. Like, not to decorate, or I don't drink, or whatever. So, anyways, it's like one of those American silly holidays. But I'm gonna put up all of my Easter decor, which is a lot of Peeps. Peeps everything. I kind of do a theme during the holidays usually, and Easter is Peeps themed. That's what it was last year, and I'm doing it again this year. So gonna decorate, eat some Peeps, all that fun stuff. jgrons.art.com. I keep moving it. I'll move it and then I'll forget to put it back. It's linked in my bio. It's just the first link, like the first part of my link. It's just shop my website or something. But yeah. I don't know if I've had the watermelons before. I'm on the lookout for the Dr. Pepper ones, though. I saw them at Walmart the other week, and I went, well, it's a little too soon to buy them. I'll wait. I'm sure they'll have them. And, of course, they're not there anymore, so I'm kind of keeping my eyeballs peeled to find some of those Dr. Pepper flavored Peeps because I really want to try them. I got the Peep flavored Coke or Pepsi, whatever it is. I don't know what that tastes like, but it's in my fridge. I got some Peeps gummies, which I'm pretty sure I tried them last year or something similar last year, and I didn't like them, but I bought them again, and then I bought Peeps flavored cotton candy. So that's all the Peep stuff I have at the moment to try, but I intend to buy more over the next few weeks so that we can have a funny video to watch, and I'll probably won't like any of them. Yeah, I have, sorry, I'm catching up on comments. I'm not a cinnamon person, so I might give this to my dad. If it doesn't sell, this will be a Father's Day gift. Either this or the giraffe. If one of them is still around by Father's Day, he's getting one of them as a gift. I'm not a cinnamon flavors. Like, I like sweet cinnamon, but not like spicy cinnamon. So like hot tamales like scare me. I have painted a giant Peep. There's actually like 3 of them. They're like put together. And then I painted these little like Peep like statue things that I sold last year. I have seen the giant stuffed Peeps at Walmart. It's almost the size of me, and I want to buy it, but I'm pretty sure Scott will kill me if I spend $45 on a giant stuffed Peep. But I am like considering buying it and saying that one of you guys sent it to me. Oh, yeah. Or you put them in the microwave. Really, really good. Sam, I'm going to check Messenger. Give me 1 sec. If you didn't send it already. But yes, you can send it to me. Oh, weird. Do you have Instagram? Because if you do, I don't have any elephants available right now. But if you have Instagram, I can send you some pictures of like shapes that I can get for you to pick out, and then I can make a custom listing and just send you the link for the elephant. And then if you purchase one, I will purchase the shape. That's kind of how I do things. If I don't have the shape already with me, I only buy them if they're purchased, just to kind of help me not waste my monies on shapes I don't need. But yeah, if you have an Instagram or even like Facebook, you can get a hold of me on there for a custom, since you can't for some reason get to my website. But yeah, my Instagram's linked in my profile. If you hit the little camera Instagram logo thing, it'll take you. It's just J Grons, just like this. Got it. La 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 la. I gotta figure out how to switch accounts. I gotta find my messenger. My personal messenger, but where's my like other messenger? How do you switch accounts on the computer? Am I like an idiot? The hell? No, it's eBay. Here, I'll write it down for you. I mean, you might have typed it in wrong. Those are zeros, 2010. I'm gonna go to my messenger via my iPad because that might be a little bit easier for me to switch to find the chat. Yeah, see, I have an extra chat. There we go. Aha, there you are, Sam. Found you. Ooh, very nice. I love the color choices. Yeah, you're welcome. I love the color choices that you used. So this is your work in progress, right? Oh, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, you probably were just spelling it wrong or something. I love the background. I think this is very springy. Very springy, and you have some very nice crisp dots. It looks like your pattern is nice and symmetrical. Are you done with it? Or, sorry, I showed it before you said I could show it. I'm sorry. Are you trying to add more to it? Or is this your end point? Either way, it's beautiful. Definitely add top dots. You know, I'm a top dot person. Listen, for you, your swooshes look pretty damn beautiful for you being new to swooshes. I think you did an awesome job. Look how nice those swooshes are, you guys. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, I think you're doing awesome. I think it's beautiful as it is. I think that if you wanted to add more swooshes, adding more swooshes would look great. I think that if you added top dots, I mean, don't just listen to my word because it's your art and you do what you want, but it's very, very nice. I think you did awesome on those swooshes. Way to go. Round of applause. Very, very nice. Yeah, swooshes can be a little temperamental sometimes. I mean, even for me, sometimes I'm just like, I hate you. Stupid swooshes. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you again, Jen. There it is. She said that she's new to swooshes. I wouldn't have believed that if she didn't tell me that. I mean, I still don't believe it. I think your swooshes are awesome. Yeah, swooshes take a few weeks, I feel like, to like get comfortable with. Oh, I forgot some of these. 1 second. I guess I never finished. Whoops. Yeah, swooshes, they take some practice, but then once you get them down, you're going to want to put them on everything. I think that if the more space that you have for swooshes, the better like practice you'll get with it. So like, mine are all close together, which is fine, but when you're first starting or first like practicing your swooshes, doing something the way like Sam did is actually like awesome, where she has a ton of space in between a lot of like the dots and stuff in her design, which is intentional, I think. I think it looks beautiful. Some people would say like, I don't know if it's finished or not, but like maybe it's, not finished yet, because she still has a lot of empty space, but there's beauty in the background in the empty space. Like, you don't always have to fill up every single space with a dot. But the way that her pattern is kind of like mapped out, to me, it looks like it's a swoosh practicing design. She's left tons of space to do her swooshes so that like, they're not going to run into each other. When you're cramped for space, it's harder to get good swooshes in, if that makes sense. For me personally, the more cramped you are, the harder it is to get like decent looking swooshes. If you have more room, you get better looking ones. But with swooshes, I feel like sometimes you're kind of just learning your own kind of way to do them. Because some people do swooshes with one tool. Some people do a dot first and then drag their swoosh downwards. I kind of do a little bit of both. It just kind of depends on how much space I have. Like for this one, I wouldn't use the same tool to drag downwards with because I need it to be a little bit more exact. As to where I'm like dragging downwards. So, both methods are helpful. Some, are more helpful in certain situations than others. Mr. A. This design is very like full of swooshes and lots of dots. I feel like most of these pieces aren't usually like this. I'm just kind of winging it and seeing what happens. And I don't hate it so far. Oh, thanks. I missed the pin, so I don't know. I'm sorry, Patty. I don't do classes yet, but it is like one of the things that I plan to do this year. I'm going to do some practice classes first, but, yeah. The best tool for swooshes, there's a couple tools, okay? I use a bunch of different tools and they're all equally helpful. So like maybe I'll recommend to give them a shot or something similar and see what you think. So, let's break out my little canvas, my little show canvas. So, swooshes. You know, some people will use the straight, you know, your normal straight dot art tool for a swoosh, right? And they'll just go straight downwards. Now this canvas is like really cheap and like rough, so like pay no mind to like how the swoosh looks, just like more so the technique, okay? So that's a pretty common swoosh method. So like using, you know, the size of tool that you need, right? Then the other method is with the same size tool. You do a dot and then you grab some type of pointy tool. Ooh, zoom downwards. Please ignore how crappy this canvas is. I'm glad I got it for 50% off because I would have been pissed if I spent $8 on it. All right, so I'm using a pointier tool. Now, the pointy tool, you can use a bunch of different things. So for me, I was just using the tip of my tool that kind of has that point to it. Some dot art tools has like one of the smaller ones. It's usually the yellow one, I think, and like the swirly tools that kind of has that point. So there's that. You can use, here's the one that I use the most, and it's just kind of something that I made up. This is I call it a swoosh stick, but in reality, it's literally a acrylic cuticle pusher. I like swoosh sticks because they kind of take the place of a toothpick, which is what I used to use. It's pointy, but not too pointy. So it's pointy enough to drag your swooshes, and also do like tiny details. So like walking dots, teeny swooshes, things like that. So like, for example, we'll do another dot. The swoosh stick is something where I will use to drag a dot into place. So I find that dragging the dots gives you a little bit more control of like the overall look of your swoosh, and you can kind of be a little bit more like exact with where you get it to go. So it's great for swooshes. It's great for like, little teeny walking dots, like fine details. So I call it a swoosh stick. Oh God, this canvas is terrible. I call it a swoosh stick, but it's a cuticle pusher. I sell these on my website for 50 cents a piece. But you could probably find them on Amazon or the dollar store. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I bought a bunch of them online, in bulk. But yeah, so these are actually what I have in my dot art starter kit as like a swoosh stick / micro dotter. Another thing that works really well for swooshes are, your normal dotting tools, but the curved dotting tools. And you can't buy curved dotting tools like on Amazon or anything. You either have to buy them from someone who makes them. I make them. Or you can do them yourself, but just risk like potentially breaking your tools. So curved tools are awesome because they're basically just regular dot art tools, but they're pointed downwards. So the way that you hold your tool is a little bit more like you're writing with a pen or a pencil. And to me personally, I feel like that gives you a little bit more control, and, might actually just help with your swooshes in general because you feel that more like control in your wrist. You feel a little bit more steady. So another shameless plug. Yes, thank you. I sell those curved dotting tools on my website as well. But as you can see, to me, I would say I'm ambidextrous. I don't know. I can use both straight and curved very easily because I taught myself with the straight tools. I didn't know that curved tools would have been a thing, or I would have used them solely and never use straight dotting tools. But you can see that even though I'm dragging with one tool, you can see how fast I'm doing these swooshes. And I'm rushing through them, so they're obviously not perfect, but you can see that it makes it real easy. So you don't technically need a special tool for your swooshes. You just kind of got to figure out what works for you, because there's so many ways that you can use your tools. But yeah, the curved tools are like, they're awesome. So I sell those on my website, and they're also in my starter kit as well. So you'll get a pair of straight tools, a pair of curved tools, and a pair of acrylic dotting tools. You also get swoosh sticks and other fun things in it as well. But yeah, try it out. Let me know what you think. There's a ton of different ways you can do it. I kind of just switch on and off. It just kind of depends on what it is that I'm doing, and like what I think will work the best for me at that time. You know, sometimes it depends on how much space. So, you know, I'll use 2 tools to drag my dots. But if I have a lot of space, I'll use 1 tool. Oh yeah. You can go to this website. There's a little section. It's called tools. That's where you're going to get most of the dotting tools and things like that. But yeah, I don't sell a bunch of things, but I like tool wise, but I do sell a handful of different like dotting things. So I sell these little paint trays as well. But yeah. Very true. I think I have like 4 or 5 like dotting toolkits left in stock at the moment. And I'll restock eventually, but what time is it? All right, we got an hour. We got an hour left in the live today, you guys. So we'll see how far we can get. But we'll probably have to pick back up. I don't know. Maybe we'll be done in an hour, but I'm not sure. So we might have to like finish this on Monday, but we'll do as much as we can in the next hour, see what happens. Tara, what's going on? How's your weekend going? Yeah, Tara, we have a bunch of the friends in here. I know you'll recognize a bunch of them. Did anybody catch Jamie's live sale yesterday? Or not live sale, auction on her Facebook yesterday? Anybody get anything from her auction yesterday? Did it look like she was doing well? I like completely forgot about it. I totally forgot about it. But isn't it open for like a little bit longer? Like it wasn't just tomorrow. I think it just started yesterday, right? I might have to check tonight. Oh, are you having a good time? Did your son already get married? Is that why you're there? Is that what's happening, or you're just vacationing? Hey, what's up? I was about to show you something, but I think I want it to be a surprise, so never mind. But your sloth is officially done. I was gonna show you something, but then I was like, just kidding, never mind. Oh, for some reason I thought that it was a destination wedding and that's why you were there. Well, still, May's coming here short. Send me an invite and I will do my best to be in your live tonight. What time? I may not be able to be there the whole time, but I'll definitely try and make an appearance for a little bit if I can. Goodbye. Thanks, Anya, for hanging out. Sweet. Courtney, if you want, you can do a little promo in here if you want. Courtney's doing her first like live thing tonight. Courtney is the one that I made the sloth for. Just so you guys know. She makes some really cool wax melts and things like that. I don't have a wax melt thing because my cat is a butthole and he would knock over my wax warmer, but you know. Oh, I still don't trust it. When I was in college, I think it was before I got Toby. Well, I might have had Toby, but he was a kitten, so I don't think he did it. But one of the cats knocked our wax warmer off the counter while we were in school, and when we came home, there was red wax everywhere, and it looked like a murder scene, and the poor cat was, like, covered in wax, and it was just not fun to clean up. So I feel like Toby would not be a good thing to have. I mean, frick, like, I definitely had that really cute snowman thing that I made, you know, the light up snowman, and Toby broke it within like a day or two after I made it, and I like didn't have it very high up or anything. He just, you know, got curious and knocked it over and it shattered everywhere. So first ever mystery scoop tonight. Wax melts, freshies, and glitter pens. I'm in 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or no, wait. Is it 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central? Yeah. 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, send me an invite so that I don't forget, or, you know, whatever. And I will come and hang out for a little bit. Right? It was so cute, but it broke, you know? Oh, you know, I did see that. I feel like Scott won't let me, though. Not won't let me, but he'll always give me a reason not to have something like that. Whenever I told him that Toby broke my snowman, he just was like, and why did that happen? And I'm like, I know, it's my fault. It's nobody's fault but my own. I was like, oh, so I'm sad. My snowman broke. And he's like, oh, how did that happen? And I was like, listen, before you say anything, I just want you to know that, yes, it's my fault, but I'm still sad about it. And when I told him, he was just like, and that's why we don't have things that are breakable, because we have a cat who's an asshole and he'll break things. Did we learn our lesson? And I'm like, yes and no. Kind of like how, you know, I let the cat sit on my lap sometimes when I'm painting, and then I get upset if he puts his tail in my art. Like, I knew that would happen, you know, it's my fault. I have to deal with the consequences. Oh, shit. The only glitter pen that I have, well, I have a rhinestone pen somewhere for my sister. I'm not really sure where it is, though. But look at this pen that someone made me. Isn't it the frickin' coolest? It's Peeps. I love it. Yeah, for real, right? Love him, but he's not the type to be like, oh man, I'm so sorry that you're upset that your thing broke. There's always a lesson, because usually it's my fault. Usually a lesson. Will I change? No. I think it's part of the reason that he loves me. Oh, I'm loving how this is turning out, you guys. Are you gonna use some DGH glitter in your wax melts and pens, Courtney? Yeah. Well, thankfully, anytime Toby put his tail in my paint, I was able to fix it. It just, took me, a couple extra minutes, maybe to a half hour to an hour to fix. But yeah, thankfully, anytime Toby messed anything up, I've been able to fix it. Yeah, I have it posted. I have it pinned in a video. I also just recently posted a video about it in case you forget. But I go to 24hourcrafts.com. I have them linked in my bio because I have a little code to get you guys a little discount. So it's 24hourcrafts.com. They always have a sale on their website. Usually their stuff is about 30% off. But I have a code to get you an extra 10% off. Like, it stacks with that. So it's about 40% off, and it's free shipping over 35. So I highly recommend, my code is JGRONS, capital, like just like you see JGRONS, but capital letters, JGRONS 10. Like I said, it is linked in my bio, so, it'll take you right there. But yeah, highly recommend. I love them. They're my go-to place for blanks, and there's a bunch of different shapes, and you can get all the sizes that you want too. I usually do about an 8-inch wood cutout, but you can do smaller, you can do bigger, just whatever you want. You can change the thickness of the wood. They do, I think, 8-inch, quarter-inch, and half-inch thick. I always do quarter-inch. So right in the middle. It's a little happy medium. Hello, how's it going? Happy Saturday. I am using an acrylic rod or an acrylic dowel. This is part of like the acrylic, like the what do I call these? the acrylic rods. There's about 8 of them in a set, and basically they're what I use to make any of these big dots. So this is the smallest one in the set. So it's bigger than what, a normal ballpoint dotting tool will get you, but it's still smaller than all the other ones. I have a handful of them right now, but like they literally, let me clean this off so I can show you. Now mine are paint covered, so pay those no mind. And this is just like some of them, but you can see that there are a bunch of different sizes. So you can get a bunch of different size, like big dots. So that's what I use. A set comes with 8. You can find them like on Amazon and stuff like that. I don't sell the acrylic rods by themselves, but I sell them in my starter toolkit that comes with the rods, and it comes with a pair of straight dotting tools, a pair of curved dotting tools, some swoosh sticks, a bunch of fun stuff. So, but yeah, you can find them on Amazon as well. But if you just like typed in like dot art tools or something, or dot art like acrylic rods or something, they'll come up. So highly recommend. They're a need. You don't need them right away if you're just starting out and kind of getting into it, but eventually you're going to want to get yourself some. You can use like chopsticks and just like things around your house that you can dip in paint and make dots out of, but eventually you're going to want to make the switch and actually get a pair of tools. I know my dot art tools are disgusting. Like I need to buy myself like a pair of like rods, a pair of acrylic rods or a set of acrylic rods. Just get a brand new set of nice clean tools. I don't even know if I can clean them at this point. They're so like caked on with paint. All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom really fast, so let's see if we can get to 20K before I come back, because I really have to pee. Oh, wow. Look at you guys go. Damn. To be honest, I thought that I would be like just early, but you guys freaking rocked it. Hell yeah. Thank you. I don't know if acetone would work. I'd be afraid that the acetone would start to eat away. I know for a fact that you can't use it with the with these tools, because the glue on the inside will get like eaten away and then these will fall out. I'm not sure about the acrylic rods though. I'm not sure if acetone will eat it or not. There's no glue on them, but I'm not sure. Definitely not like 100% acetone for sure. I've heard people like boil their tools, but I think that's only those white tools from like Happy Dotting Company, like the Mark's Mandala tools. I think there's another brand that I've seen people do with them, but yeah. I obviously don't soak my tools or wash them, so I don't know. Soak them in rubbing alcohol? That might work. My God, these are so built up and disgusting though. Like, look how bad they are. You can tell that they're well loved. Yeah, I like hot water. All right, one more row, and then we'll start finishing it off. What time is it? Okay, we got 45 minutes. 45 minutes before I hop off to get my Starbucks. Yeah, those are the ones. I used to have them too. They were like my most expensive like dotting tools, and I didn't take care of them. And it got to the point where even if I tried to like soak them off and stuff, the paint was just so caked on there that they just didn't work. They didn't work well. They worked, but not well enough. I wound up giving them away to someone for free, just, you know, because they wanted them, you know, instead of throwing them out, with the disclaimer that they're not like perfect, but they'll get the job done if you're just starting out. But yeah, I never bought them again. Like maybe grab one of those like the nail scrubbies, you know, those little brushes. That might help. Maybe I'll try it tonight, see what happens. Who am I kidding? It took me a long time to even wash my damn makeup brushes. The only thing that's stopping me from getting the Happy Dotting tool or the Happy Dotting Company tools is because I think that they're going to be the same way, and I know myself, and I just don't. I paint too quickly, and I don't like wipe my tools off well enough each time, and the paint just eventually builds up anyways. I know myself. They would get ruined just like the other ones, and you know, I just don't want to pay that much money. The paint stains them. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking was going to happen. I think that it's just like they're porous, you know? Like they're not, I don't think that they're like, what's that? Not 3D made. You know, like with the machine. What the heck is it called? I don't think that they are, but I think that it's kind of similar with the plastic or, you know, whatever material they use. That it'll just kind of, there's just like a little bit of like just tiny little pore. It's very porous. And the paint will just get stuck in. It's like, you know, when you spill hair dye on like your sink or like in your bathtub and it stains because like it's kind of porous. It's kind of the same thing, at least for me. My shower is blue right now. Yeah, let me show it to you. Give me one sec. I didn't finish it on live, just because, you know, the person who ordered it, she wasn't going to be able to watch it today, so I just figured last night I would finish it so that we could, you know, paint something else today. But here it is. Let me raise it up just a little bit so you can see the whole thing. But I added some metallic top dots and some glitter paint on like the nails and like the little spikies along the side of his head. But here it is. It just needs the resin coat, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'm probably going to do the liquid latex layer tonight, let it dry, and then put the first layer of resin on it tomorrow. Yeah, the colors were fun. Even these colors are fun. I'm not a pink person, but this is very satisfying to my eyeballs. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think she breeds bearded dragons. She has a ton of them, so she asked me to make one for her, so I said, okay. Oh, I wish I had a pink glitter. No, ooh, wait. No, maybe I don't. I swear I had pink glitter. Maybe I don't. What's this one? It is. It's a chunkier pink, but we'll try and add some pink glitter. It's not as nice as the folk art, but it might give us that extra little sparkle. So this will dry clear and hopefully leave behind some pink glitter. Hopefully. Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me go grab it. So it's not done yet. It still needs one more layer of resin, but it's done being painted. It's just not completely smooth with the resin, but this is the portrait of the dog. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, say it again, please. You should do it. You'll have a lot of fun. I don't have a code for Happy Dotting Company, if that's what you were asking. Okay, hold on. All right, you should be able to now. I don't know why it's not automatic. I don't know why. When you top dot that pic you sent, should you do pink on green or light pink? Let me look at it again. Hold on. Light pink. Wait. Pink on green or light pink on pink and green on green. Oh, I always like to switch the colors. Always. So here, I'll show you, because this one's green and pink. I always do the opposite color on the opposite one. Yeah, send me a picture on Instagram and we'll see what I can do. Yeah, that's a very simple term. It's pretty much, yeah, dotting. Dot art, dot mandala, dotting, pointillism. There's a bunch of different ways to it, depending on like what it is that I'm doing. Aren't they fun? I had to mix most of those colors though. It's hard to get a good neon paint that shows like very opaque. Most of them aren't opaque at all. Sometimes you have to add a bit of white to it to make sure that when it dries you can see it. But this hot pink that I'm using actually is hot pink on its own, which I'm surprised about. But yeah. But I did have to add white to like the green ones and stuff, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm trying to think of my codes, Lisa. I have a code for 24-Hour Crafts and Lotus Laser Works. Both of those are like wood places. I have a code for Wicked Gold, which is another laser cut wood place. I have a code for Resin Rockers. I have a code for a couple glitter companies. And I think that's it. No, that's okay, Patty. Have fun on your vacation. Enjoy it. Relax. Kick your feet up. Hang out on the beach or wherever. Don't you just love top dots? I love top dots. All right, and then these ones are too wet to top dot, so we're gonna start cluster dotting. Sorry, I have a thought. I need to Google it really fast. All right, so it's like a white and sort of pink. I don't know. We're gonna try something out, but I'll have to do like a top swoosh. So it does, because I was in the middle of a thought, so I didn't get to finish what it was that I was doing. All right, I'll let that dry for a sec, because then I gotta go over it with black anyways, so I'm just kind of getting like the pink to kind of come up a little bit. And we'll go over it with black once that dries. Okay, anyways, I'm back to what I was doing. This one, hold on, let me pull out, and this is why I want to get a set of dotting like rods for myself, so I can tell you, because mine are not the same as the ones that you have. It is comparable to, it might be the purple one, or the one just smaller than the purple one. Hold on, I can tell you. Gotta get these out. It is, yeah, it's the purple one. The purple swirly tool. That's this size. I know, aren't the colors awesome? I will be hitting my 2-year mark in March. So haven't quite been doing this 2 years yet. Almost. The first week of March, like March 7th is my 2-year anniversary. Two years, but many, many, many hours, hours and hours of practice. No, sometimes it does. Sometimes the 2 years I'm just kind of like, wow, have I like been on my own for 2 years already? Like that seems a little unreal. Like working for myself for 2 years seems a little unreal. But at the same time, it feels like a long time. Because I'm like kind of like set in my ways now, you know, and I can't imagine like working for someone else ever again. And it hasn't even really been that long, and I've already kind of decided I don't want to do this anymore, or I don't want to like not do this anymore. I started because I needed a hobby. I got let go from my job in March of 2021. Basically, like, they used me for most of the pandemic, and then they were like, bye. But it's fine. So I was in between. I was like, you know, just needing some chill time before I applied to, you know, to find another job. And I've been wanting to pick up a hobby for so long. I just never had the time to do it. I worked in the restaurant industry and like corporate restaurant life, and you know, just really busy all the time. Whenever I had the time, I was just freaking tired and didn't want to, you know, do anything. So besides like sleep. So yeah, I finally had the time to kind of pick up a hobby, and I've always admired, you know, like I would see like the painted rocks and stuff on Instagram, or not Instagram, Pinterest. And I was always like, wow, those are so pretty. But like never in a million years did I think I would actually like kind of do it. But I was walking around the craft store one day with the idea like, hey, I'm going to pick up a hobby. And I walked down the aisle with all the paint, and I was like, this is it. This is it. This is what I'm doing. So I grabbed some paint and some like things to paint on, and just kind of played around with it. And I sucked at it really badly. I was terrible at it. And almost decided to pick up a different hobby after a couple weeks, because I just felt like I wasn't getting the hang of it, and that, you know, maybe this art style wasn't for me. But my lovely fiance was like, nope, you're going to stick with it. Keep going. You can do it. You're not supposed to be this great. You know, you just started. And so I listened, and eventually, like, you know, made some stuff that I really liked. And he was like, you know, this is the Jenna that I met, you know, you kind of disappeared for a while because I was a freaking zombie. And so he basically just really liked me being home. He liked that I was like always in like a decent mood, you know, I wasn't like exhausted, all that kind of stuff. And he was kind of like, you know, you work way too hard for other people and you don't get anything out of it. He was like, it's time for you to do something for yourself, be your own boss, just see what you can do. You know, if you want to make a small business, do a freaking small business. So that's what I'm doing. Long story short, but yeah. So it was a blessing in disguise. It sucked originally. I've never been let go from a job. I don't want to say I've always quit my jobs, because I haven't had like that many different jobs. But yeah, it was time. I kind of just learned the restaurant industry, not for me. Yeah, I was a general manager of Chipotle for a while. I worked at Chipotle for 8 years, since 2012, 7 years, 2012 till 2019. And I was a GM for 2 of those years. Did, you know, restaurant and like normal manager stuff for most of the other time. And then I made the switch in 2019 to go to a startup, like fast casual, like similar restaurant chain, just like a different culture. And worked in corporate training, food safety. And then the pandemic hit and it got really intense, and they basically laid everybody off besides like management and corporate. And so we were running all the stores through the pandemic, and it was just a freaking nightmare. But yeah, I would wake up at the like butt crack of dawn, like it was usually always still dark out. And I would either drive into the city to work, or I'd work at one of the stores that were closer to me. There's only 2 in Pittsburgh, though. Yeah, so I would wake up when it was dark. I would leave when it was dark. I'd come home. Sometimes I would only eat dinner if my fiance like literally like put a plate in front of me to make me eat. But I would sleep. I would come home. I'd take a nap. I wake up for a couple hours and I go right back to bed, and that's how it was. And it was just not a good time in my life. So yeah, art was definitely not the thing that I thought I was gonna do, but I did tell myself that my next job was gonna be way freaking different than anything that I've ever done, ever. And art was never like my thing growing up. Like, I was creative and I enjoyed, like, you know, doing some things, but like I wasn't one of those kids that would hang out in the art room during lunch or, you know, do that kind of stuff. I just kind of randomly would do things, you know. I would do like friendship bracelets, or I would go to those like painting with a twist kind of things, or, you know, like random things here and there. But never in a million years did I ever think that one day I would like call myself an artist, which I still struggle with sometimes. It's calling myself an artist. But yeah, so I mean, I guess this is way different than anything that I've ever done before. So I'm just kind of running with it and working really hard and trying to make it worth it, you know. Maybe one day you can, you know. You don't want to ever say never. It's just maybe just not the right time for you, you know. The time maybe will come, you know, one way or another. Everything works out for a reason, you know. Not this, that's for sure. No, so actually what I'm doing right now with just all these little dots everywhere, I would recommend this for a beginner. And yes, there's no pattern to it, but the reason I suggest this is because it really gives you that practice of using your tools and learning kind of like your paint, right? So not every paint is the same, and you'll learn like what size dot of paint each tool makes, and you'll kind of get comfortable holding your tools, because definitely most people will probably like be shaky, you know. But as you can see, like I'm pretty still at this point, unless I drink a lot of caffeine and stuff, but you know, or if I like don't eat during the day because I'm busy. But you'll learn that I think that the shakiness is more nerves than anything. Oh yeah, I try my hardest to answer like all the questions that I see. So if I don't answer a question the first time around, just ask it again, because chances are I missed it because a bunch of comments came through, or I was looking down, whatever. But yeah, I would recommend this because it just gives you that practice to really get your dots close together without, you know, letting them run together, bleed together, things like that. Now, of course, sometimes they'll still bleed together. It's not going to be like totally perfect, but it really does give you a lot of practice. It's give you the practice with your tools, the practice with your paint. And then eventually, once you get comfortable, you can, you know, start doing some designs and stuff. I just make them up as I go. I don't really have a good answer for that. I mean, there's a lot of people on YouTube and patterns that you can buy on Etsy. I mean, I'm to the point where I can just look at it at something if I wanted to and probably recreate it. But to start out, definitely coming up with patterns is difficult. So, you know, there's definitely references on that. I don't make patterns at all yet. Maybe one day, but all my patterns I just kind of make up as I go, so that they're like completely mine. But there's pictures all over the place. The one that I'm using right now is not a regular set, but if I were to compare it to one, I would compare it to the yellow tool. It's the smallest tool in this set, and they both have that same tip where it's like not really a ball. Like there's little ball points on this one, but this one kind of is more like a point. I would compare it to the yellow one. Yeah, this is a wooden piece. You sent the finished one. Okay, let me see. Ooh, very nice. I definitely like the pink on the green and the green on the pink for sure. Definitely. I like it. Here it is, guys. She added top dots to it. She basically just switched the colors. You know, I'm not one for empty space, but that's like so simply simply beautiful. Like, it really works. What is that? Is it just like a wooden round? Right now I'm going in with my swoosh stick, which is kind of like a micro daughter of sorts. This is very simply an acrylic cuticle pusher on one end and the pointy stick on the other. Oh, a plant stand. Nice. But it basically takes the place of a toothpick. Like, I used to use toothpicks. But the toothpick, like, the wood will dull out after a while, you know, of you kind of like tapping it down on your surface. So I would go through toothpicks like crazy. So yeah, these are nice because these don't dull out. They're pointy enough where you can pick up little bits of paint, but they're not really that pointy. Sorry, I hiccup. They're not really that pointy where you can't pick up paint. And if they are, you just kind of have to go like this, just a teeny tiny, go like this, just a teeny tiny bit, just to kind of dull out your tip in the slightest little bit. But yeah, I sell those on my website for 50 cents. I'm not really sure where you can get the acrylic ones, like in store, because I buy mine online. But yeah, but toothpicks work for this too. But I like this little micro daughter slash swoosh stick slash like tiny detail stick. It's definitely a staple. Oh, wow. How are you going to seal it, may I ask? Yeah, that's smart. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the beak that way or not. I haven't quite decided on it. Anyways. I don't know yet. Gotta really make sure that those dots are dry, like dry, before you seal it and put anything on it. Word to the wise. I feel like sometimes it gets like sticky, you know, where you think it's all the way dry, but it's actually not. You just kind of, sometimes you just kind of got to jump in and just do it. That's what I did. I just jumped in. I grabbed something like flat. You can buy like little canvases and stuff at the dollar store. They sell like little wooden pieces too. Just something flat, nothing like too crazy, like large or anything. Otherwise you're probably gonna overwhelm yourself. But something flat, something smooth, and then just do it, you know? You can't like hesitate with it. I feel like you just kind of have to like just start, and then you'll like kind of figure out things that work for you, things that don't work for you, and you know, you'll change methods here and there and find out that, you know, you don't like certain paint, or you do like certain paint, or you know, certain styles are better. Like for me personally, even though I do a lot of like the mandala kind of look, I prefer this method, just the random dots, because you can, you're not stuck in a pattern. You can do so much with it. like you can basically color things in with dots, you know? So if building a pattern or like coming up with a pattern is something that you struggle with, you really don't have to do it if you just do, I call it cluster dotting, but like it's similar to pointillism, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, I actually went to the thrift store and I bought like plates and stuff. I would not do that this time around because I didn't know that there were certain paints that you needed to use and whatnot, but that's what I did. I kind of made a joke, Marina, and I said that if this doesn't sell by like Father's Day, or like one of the holidays, or like his birthday or like Christmas, then I potentially will give this to him. It's either this or the giraffe. I mean, maybe I won't. If they sell, then I won't give it to him, but yeah, I kind of said maybe. I feel like he could put this like up in like his man cave bathroom. I don't know. Cuz he has all that wall decor in his man cave. But yeah, either this one or the giraffe potentially. As long as it doesn't sell. It's open for the people on here, but I also want to do a peacock as well, Marina. And I mean, he's been asking me for like a 30 by 30 peacock painting, which I'm not ready for yet, but you know. I know we do. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. So I guess for Father's Day, he'll get the big giant flamingo. And Mom can be mad at all she wants, but it's not her gift, it's his. So there's this giant flamingo like statue thing at Hobby Lobby. They had it last year, and they have it again this year. And I really wanted to get it for my dad, because he loves flamingos. And he has like a bar in the basement, and in the corner he has like a skeleton there year round, and he'll put like Christmas lights on it around, and like a Santa hat around Christmas time and stuff. But I wanted to get him the flamingo, and he loved it, but my mom was like, absolutely not. So I never got it for him last year, but he'll still kind of bring it up every once in a while, so like I know deep down he wants it. So, you know, I think Mom can just kick rocks and deal with it because he wants it. I feel like I'm missing a color. Yes, I am. I don't know, but he asked me for one like last year, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, he was like, we'll pay for it, obviously. But I still don't feel like I'm at the spot where I can do like a ginormous peacock painting for him. You know, maybe one day, someday, but I don't know when, honestly. For his 50th birthday, like we, as in like family, friends, and you know, whatever, we covered the yard in like flamingos. You know, some people do that, so that's what we did, and it was funny. Put 50 flamingos in the front yard or backyard, I don't remember, it's been a while. I know, it was so long ago. Oh, yeah. Yep, we've done it at some sort. Yeah, we've blocked him. It was fun. I think he expected it. Like, I don't think it was a surprise to him, honestly. I think it was something that he just, like, knew he'd probably, like, that would probably happen to him on his 50th. Just knowing, like, the friends and family that, we have. It's just definitely something that we do. Yeah, only till 5, unfortunately. I don't know if Scott's, like, going to hit balls tomorrow, so if he does, maybe I'll pop on in the morning, but that would be more of a surprise live. The next, like, actual, like, legit live is Monday night. So we won't finish this today, I don't think. I don't think we'll be able to get all of it done in the next 10 minutes because all this still needs top dots, and we need to do top dots in some of the areas around the mandala. Yeah. My napkin is so full of paint. It's ridiculous. Yeah, now you see why I had to start over, because I just, like, I knew that it would be off center and it would bug me, and it probably would still have looked pretty, but, yeah, it definitely needed a restart. We needed to hit the restart button. Marina, I don't think you were in here, but, like, I had done, like, part of the center, and I realized that it was just a little too off center for my liking, so I had to wipe all of it off and sand down some of the paint that had already started to dry, and then we painted it black again and remapped out the line work. They were like, no. Like, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm not going to do it. And then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I should probably just wipe it off. So I did. But it was a good learning moment to kind of teach people, like, how to fix, the mistakes from the beginning, Thanks. Glad you like it. For the next week. Oh, man. Do you like the shape that you're quilling? Is it going to be difficult? Difficult to complete? Like me and my Christmas ornaments? Doing the same thing over and over and over, like over 100 times. I can see it. Yeah, my sister is a tumbler maker, actually, and we used to do, like, little collabs where I would paint some tumblers and she would do, like, either no work and just, like, epoxy it, or she would do, like, a little bit of glitter and maybe some vinyl work. But we used to collab on tumblers and do, like, a monthly tumbler drop where there were, like, 4 of them. We did that for a couple months, and then we both got really, really busy. But that is something that we're trying to kind of pick back up on again, especially, like, during the summertime when she's not teaching, because she's a teacher during the most of the year. But yeah, so I'm sure you'll potentially see some tumblers coming out at some point. But yeah, like, we've been talking about it, we just haven't done it yet. My Instagram is jgrons, just like you see on here. So yeah, just send me a message, and whenever I get off live, I will check. I'll look for it and see if I can't find something that works. If you go to my profile, there's a little like Instagram like kind of logo thing up at the top, not as part of my link or anything. You can get to it that way, or you can just search J Grons on Instagram and I should pop up. Quilling is so satisfying. I just can't. All around circles. But it's gonna look like bubbles kind of, right? Maybe? Whoops, I'm off camera. So sorry about that. My dad doesn't really use the tumbler, right, Raina? I don't know if she's still in here, but I feel like my dad is, she's given my dad tumblers before and he doesn't seem to really use them. Oh, wow. I bet that was fun. Oh, a maze. Very neat. What time is it? 4 minutes. Not yet. Oh, she just did. All right, hold on. Oh, there it goes. I was like, why isn't it coming to my iPad? Here it is. So she's gonna fill this one in with all the circles. Very, very cool. I can't wait to see what that looks like when it's done. Not yet. A hummingbird is one of those on my list. I just haven't got a shape for it yet. But I can definitely do a custom for sure. Sometimes customs like get me to do certain things faster. Otherwise, like I just kind of like do them when I can and purchase the pieces when I can. So I have to work through a few pieces that I just purchased for like, you know, free painting type of thing, but custom orders get pushed to the front of the list, obviously. And so basically what I do with my customs, because I don't like have the like every wood piece here, the place that I get my wood, they're also based in Pittsburgh, like me. And so whenever I order the wood, I get them within like 2 days. And so I basically order as needed from them. But I don't just like order to order usually. I mean, sometimes I do, but usually not because money. But I can. But I always say like, you know, shoot me a message on Instagram or somewhere where I can like send you pictures, because oftentimes there are, you know, different cutouts, you know, for, you know, you can choose to which one you like best, because I have a couple places that I go to for wood, so you might like one of the shapes from the one company better than another type of thing. But yeah. Of course, I was happy to hang out with you guys on live today. I'm gonna finish going around on these rose gold dots and then I'll hop off. I know it's 5 o'clock, but he just texted me and said he's gonna be a little bit late, so I know that I have time to finish this circle and clean up a little bit. But you guys, for those of you guys who are newer, I taught myself. I always wanted to do it and I taught myself. But I needed to pick up a hobby one day and chose it to be this. And almost 2 years later, here I am. But for you guys who are new to my page, hello. I am getting off here shortly, but I go live. I have my live schedule pinned in one of the first videos in my profile. It pretty much never changes, but if it does, I always let you guys know, like on live. Like, for example, next week I won't be live on the weekend. Sorry. I do have something going on, but the next live that I'll be officially here is Monday and Tuesday. So I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. It's usually my off day, but sometimes, you know, a surprise live happens. It just kind of depends on what my fiance is doing, because it's his day off. So if he goes to, like, you know, hit some golf balls with his buddies for a couple hours, sometimes I'll hop on in the morning. But usually, more often than not, I don't see you guys until Monday. So this is almost done. Not quite done. We have basically just to do some top dots. So we can finish that up really quick on Monday, or I can, you know, do it and show it to you guys on Monday. I really don't mind. But I can wait if you guys want me to. And then depending on if I get any orders over the weekend, you know, we might have some customs to work on, or we'll work on something else. I don't know. But make sure you hit that follow button and the bell button if you want to be notified for my lives. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, check out the video of my profile to, you know, introduce yourself to my live schedule. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. It was really fun. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I will definitely see you guys on Monday. But yeah, we're just going to finish this up on Monday probably. So have a wonderful weekend, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.